Hello everyone, welcome to the session on functions today. What are functions in Solidity? Before that, let us take a look at what are functions in general and why do we need them. Functions are an important component of any programming language. I'm sure we want to write a lot of logic in our program so that our program can perform some business logic according to whatever application we are building. However, instead of writing a same piece of logic again and again, there are functions that encapsulate a piece of logic and create a group of reusable code which can be called anywhere in the program. Calling a function is basically similar to activating a function. Functions as a primitive help us eliminate the need of writing the same piece of code again and again. Of course, functions in Solidity are quite important. Before we go into the hands-on, let's take a look at what are the different types of functions. In Solidity, we can have four types of functions through access specifiers. So access specifiers, as the name suggests, specify the kind of access that this particular function has. It could be a public function. That means this function can be called from anywhere, right? That is, this is public for everybody to be able to access. Private functions, as the name suggests, are private only to that particular contract. So the access to those functions is very restricted. Solidity has also two other type of access specifiers known as internal functions and external functions. As the name suggests, internal functions can be accessed only internally within the Solidity smart contract and can also be used to define recursive functions. However, since Solidity is a stack-based programming language, it is not very much advisable to write recursive functions, also due to the gas constraint, right? Now we have external functions. External functions, or the keyword external, specifies that this function cannot be called internally and can only be called externally. There are also other two types of functions which are related to the way the functions manage the variables within the contract. The first is called a view function. View functions are read-only functions which ensure that there is no state change happening within that particular Solidity smart contract. What is the state change? Whenever you try to change the variable of a particular contract, whenever you try to change the state of that variable, right, there is some manipulation happening. However, as the name suggests, view, you can read the state of the variable in these type of functions. However, there is another type called pure functions. Pure functions, if you define the keyword pure next to a function, that means those particular functions, within those particular functions, you can neither read nor write any of the variables associated with that particular contract. That is, you cannot make any state change in these functions. In these functions, you can pass in some value as arguments and you can return the values using the parameters passed to the function. However, you cannot read a state variable, that is assign it to another variable in this particular function, or you cannot write or modify an existing variable. There is an interesting type of function in Solidity called payable functions, which indicates that you can pay ether to this particular function. In Solidity smart contracts, right, because they are deployed over blockchain networks, you are able to send and receive money to and from the smart contract. The word keyword payable ensures that that particular function can send and receive the native currency of that particular blockchain. In case you deploy the contract on Ethereum, it would be Ether. We will also do a quick video where we will show a demo of the functions. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next session.